Hi, this is Jim Ramsey from Aletheia Marriage Counseling. I'd like to talk with you a little bit about the difficulties we encounter as parents dealing with adolescents. There's a lot of jokes about that, aren't there? Just the pain of you if we just get them to grow up and leave home, and wow. But you know what? Adolescents are people. They're not just kids, they're not just teenagers, they're people. And every person needs to feel important and needs to feel heard and needs to feel listened to and valued. And one of the biggest challenges you're facing when you deal with an adolescent is they're becoming an individual with some of their own ideas and some of their own doubts and some of their own identity questions. They're really going through a difficult time. And they need, more than anything else, a parent that is willing to tune into them and listen to them and be interested in them and give them support and give them individual time. I know when my kids were teenagers, I took a day each week to take one of them to breakfast before school and just sit and listen to them and just become their good friend that cares about them and is interested in their classmates. And I knew their classmates' names and their teachers' names and what was going on. And that helped me to have that personal relationship with them so that I could affect their thinking. You see, if you're always on their case and you're after them all the time, they get thicker and thicker skin. And it's kind of like dealing with a horse. You know, you're one of these horse trainers that wants to hit them with something because you just have such a hard time conquering the will of the horse. I'd rather be a horse whisperer. I'd rather be a child whisperer. If you give them enough attention and time and real personal interest and relationship, just a raised eyebrow will have a powerful impact. Are you sure you want to do that? Well, you know, you got a good head on your shoulder. It's your call. That kid's going to be struggling with whether or not to do that behavior the whole day because he knows that Dad didn't agree with it, but Dad says do what you think's best. You got a good head on your shoulders. The more I believe in them and I trust them and I give them leeway to make mistakes, and if they make a mistake, I say, you know what? Everybody makes mistakes. What'd you learn? No big deal. But I'm not going to be constantly on their case about punishing them for making a mistake or alienating them from myself or getting on their case so much that they want to be away from me all the time. The other part is being fair and being consistent. Some parents are so frustrated that they want to ground them for a month. You know, the kid makes another mistake during the month. Now you're grounded for 2 months. Pretty soon the kid thinks I'm eternally in grounding, so I might as well screw up. I can't get out of it anyway. So we need to have less consequential punishment that can be handled in a day or two or max a week, and be fair and be easy and not be so eager to punish them all the time, but to understand them and help them to work through things. I believe that you can be much more successful with your teen than you think you can. And if you're having problems, give me a call and let me work with them and work with the two of you together. I believe we can make huge progress. But don't give up. They are very, very precious, as you know, and it's worth the effort and the time to help them.